and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing a little game called Café. Now this is a lovely coffee themed game, which I personally love coffee themed games. I'm really excited to play Coffee Rush. I haven't gotten it yet. It's a difficult one to find for me, but I will definitely get it at some point in the near future, and I'm so excited to play it. All the components look so cute, it's amazing. But we're not here to talk about Coffee Rush, we're here to talk about Café. Now, it's coffee themed, it's mostly about the production of coffee beans and getting them to retailers, which is very interesting. It makes you think a lot, it's puzzly, it's quick and fun, and it's a small box game, which is just always great, at least in my opinion. So I'll try to explain this game as best as I can. I do find this game difficult to explain. Just me personally, it's a game where when you get it and you know what to do, but putting it into words with this one for me is quite difficult, but I'll do my best for you guys, and I hope you'll enjoy the video nonetheless. Let's get right to it. So, welcome to Café. I do have a bit of a cold, so I apologize if my voice doesn't sound as great. I'll try to edit out any coughs when I'm able. So let me just go over the game. As I said before, I am not great at this game and I'm not great at explaining this game. So I'm going to do my very best, and I hope it makes at least semi-sense what I'm saying. So, in Café, we're trying to produce coffee and distribute it to like little cafes in the area to supply them with coffee beans. Now, over here I have my my action tracker. So every round, at the end of every round, I look at the amount of coffee cups that I have in my area, and that's the amount of actions I can take. So this is my starter tile. It matches my little cafe production business, I guess, that I chose. There's 4 different ones in the game. You always start with a coffee cup with a like planting production and a drying production. So I'm definitely using the wrong words probably for this. But that's okay, I guess. Or this is drying and this is roasting. All right, this is producing. So this is like the harvest. And these are the different color coffee beans. Now, every game I start with 1 of each colored bean in my supply, which is right here. And over time, let me show you a few examples. Every round, I will flip over 3 cards that I can choose from. I can choose 1. If I choose one with a coffee cup on it, I have to pay 1 of my beans in my storage because it will give me an additional action. Now, what you're going to want to try to do is you're going to want to line up these same symbols like together, because when they're matched together, you can use them as 1 action. So you can do more with 1 action instead of like moving 1 coffee bean every time with 1 action, which is tedious. But it can be difficult because to place a card, I need to overlap at least 2 squares of my existing tile. And I can't, this is 2 empty ones, I can't do that. That is illegal to do. So I'm gonna have to try to, for example, because this is not gonna line up unless I cover like my coffee cup, which is the stupidest thing to do. So we're not gonna do that. So it would not be the greatest way. This one is impossible just because I can't cover up that one to match up, I mean. It could be like this, but now I don't have a drying step, and the drying comes before the roasting, so I'm screwed there. So that is one of the trickiest things in the game. Then we have these little areas, which is the little cafes that you're trying to get your coffee beans to. So when you're done with roasting, you can then distribute the coffee beans to different restaurants that you have in your area,
Or if you don't have restaurants, or the restaurants you have are already supplied, then it goes to your main storage. And there's 2 ways to score points basically. It's the restaurant, so this would give me 3 points if I have a green and a brown on this tile. Or I count my supply beans, or like my storage beans, and that means the bean color that I have the fewest from gives me 2 points per bean. So you want to get like a mostly even production of every color, which is very difficult. As I've said, I will reshuffle these. I suck at this game, alright? So please cut me some slack if you've played this game and you know what's going on. I'm not great at it, I'm just here for fun. I really enjoy this game just because it's quick and cute, but it's definitely not my strong suit. Whoops. But I'm gonna try my best, and we're just here to have some fun, which is what's gaming all about. And I think that's the true testament to this game, is that I'm not great at it, but I still want to play it. I keep coming back to it. And look, I just love the art. I think, yeah, I have a ring light on, so it's a bit glary, but I love the artwork. I think it's absolutely beautiful. So, let's start our first round. We're gonna flip over 3 cards. I have to move this maybe up a little bit, so I'm sorry if it's not in view. As long as these are in view, then we're good. You know? Alright, so, well, 3 coffee cups, that's not bad. We do want all the coffee cups that we can get, to get as many actions. There's 0 production symbols, so that's not gonna help us. I mean, the ship, when you have 2 ships in your area, that means you can get the coffee cups for free, so you don't have to pay from the supply. But I've never really gone for that. I think mostly because it's so difficult to not cover up stuff. It's really hard. Okay, I think what we're gonna do, because this has a lot of empty space, which gives me a lot of possibilities for a future card to be played fairly easily. And we're gonna want to build a bit like up, so I have maybe some space here later that I can place besides. So what if and we're gonna cover up the coffee beans, okay? It's inevitable, we don't have a choice. So I think I'll do that. And then possibly the next card I'll get, I'll be able to place here in some way, and that it will match 2 drying fields together, maybe? Okay, remember, I pay 1. Let's pay a green because it's one of the only colors that I have right now. And that does mean I get 2 actions because I have 2 coffee cups. These will go to the discard, put them away. So, this is my little sugar cube. I don't know if it's supposed to be a sugar cube, but that's what I always call it. And we're putting it on the 2 because I have 2 actions. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna produce a little coffee and not really, it's not gonna be amazing because it's only my first turn and I don't really have a lot of momentum going yet. So, we're gonna produce 1 green, which means I move my cube to the next space. I'll put a green there. So I have 1 green coffee bean, amazing. And now I'm gonna use my second action to dry the coffee bean. Now it's over there. And then I would have to get it to my storage or to a restaurant because this needs a yellow. So it's not gonna matter for that one, but I would move it to the roasting. And then from the roasting, I would put it either in my supply or on a restaurant. So that's the 4 production steps. So growing, I guess, drying, roasting, supplying. That's the 4 steps that you have to go through every time with all your beans. All right, round 2, let's go. Look at that. We have some drying options right here. I mean, this, I do like that because it has a coffee cup on it. So this would be a viable action that I could use. So let's keep that in mind. This one is difficult for me to place. Well, I could do that actually. I do like it because it has more beans on it. So I do like it. I think, why is this one at such an annoying little spot? That's my question. I mean, I could cover up a coffee cup at some point, but it's just not. So we're not going to place that one. Let's get rid of that one already. I could try to go for the ships because I've never done that. Could be fun. So either it's going to be like that and I can build out more here, maybe there as well. Or it's going to be like this, which does also give me a lot of movement, I feel like. And I prefer this one. We're going to go with that one. I'm going to pay a coffee bean. Let's go with a red one. All right. Now, I have 3 actions. 3 coffee cups. Amazing. Let's first finish. Should I first do that? Let's just get it to at least the roasting. Now, what I'll do is I'll display like the combination. I'll produce a red and a yellow. So because they're together, you can produce in one action. So one group of beans, I can produce all in one action. So if I also wanted this brown one, it would take 2 actions. So 1 action for these 2 and a separate action for that one. Because everything in a group like gets, I guess, produced in one go. So that's like the puzzle element of the game. So it takes me 1 action to get a red and a yellow. And because I don't know which card I'm gonna get, and I might cover up these beans with a certain card if it's really beneficial to me. And I wouldn't want that now, because if I place a card here when there are like coffee beans on there, they go back to the main supply. We don't want that. So I'm gonna use my final action just to get them to the drying. And again, because these 2 drying patches are next to each other, I can do it in one go. I can never add. So for example, if I had another red one here and I wanted to dry it, I wouldn't be allowed to add it to this one now. That's illegal. So what I would do is, if I have a bigger bean area with maybe 2 reds, if I had 2 separate reds and I dry them, I put them together and put them on the drying patch at the same time. So you are allowed to do that, but you're never allowed to mix the beans, the colors. All right. If that makes any sense, I have no idea. I'm so sorry if it doesn't. All right. Round number 3. Let's go. You just play until the stack is empty, basically. I do want more of this symbol, but so far no dice. No dice. No dice. What do we want to do? I do need more beans in a good production line. So I could do this, which gives me a great production. But this is a bit vulnerable. I could place it like that, which still gives me the same production line because they're all together. But it's more easy to place a new card here and not block off the coffee cup, maybe. This could be a fun one. Mayhaps. Shall I do that? It does block off my drying patch a little bit, because I could do this, but then it's such shitty coffee production that I don't even need 3 drying fields, you know? So let's do this, and we could also always block off a bit of the beans here to match another patch. Okay, I did grab a coffee cup tile, so we're gonna have to pay 1 bean. I'm gonna need some beans in my supply here. It's not going very well. But that does mean I have 4 actions, which is really nice. First action, we're gonna dry my green little bean. I put it in my supply. And then I will, because I don't have a matching roasting machine, they're gonna have to go separate, which is a bit annoying. But let's do the yellow one first. And then dry it. We'll put it to the little cafe here, so that one will stay on the tile. And finally, I will put that one in the roaster as well. Which is, it's not great. It's not a great production line, I have to say. I'm gonna move it down a little bit, like so. Just so I have room for the cards. I might have to do this in a different way in a little bit. All right, so we do have some coffee machines, but it's not going to be attached. And I'm not allowed to do this because I'm only covering 1 square, which is not allowed. It needs to be at least 2. I could do this like so. I won't have any red production, which isn't great. But then maybe the next turn I can put one that matches here, which will cover up this again. I could do it like, how could I do it differently? How could I do it in a different way? Okay, what I also could do is I could just put one here and have 2 separate roasting machines and maybe build further here with a different coffee machine, a roasting machine. Maybe I should do that because this is just a bit on the annoying side. So let's do that. I'm gonna pay, what am I gonna pay? Maybe a yellow, because I do have 2 yellow there now, which is pretty nice. And that means I have 5 actions. All right. What shall I do? Let's just start with one big, massive production, which is this whole area. And 2 red ones. Look at that. That's pretty great. Now, because, as I've mentioned, the side areas are a bit more fragile because I could potentially cover them up to place something in a certain way. I only have 2 drying patches now, so what I'm gonna do, I do need a brown to go there, but it could potentially also be covered up still at some point. But the brown is on the edge there. Let's do brown, the brown beans, and then let's do, because I do have a red there, let's do a yellow. Then I'll finish off this one, put it here, and then I have 1 final action which I could use to, I suppose, I'll put the yellow in my dryer there. Okay, that's that. Not too bad. At least something is happening. Something is moving along a little bit. Okay, I really want a roaster, please. Yes. Okay, let's see if we can match that one up here. We can definitely do that. Is there a different way we can match it up? Not really, I think. Because this is not gonna work. This isn't gonna work. I could put it there, but that makes no sense. Okay, we're gonna do it like that. All right. Alrighty, Roo. Lots of red production. I have 3 now. Now we do have a big cafe here, which I could try to accomplish for 5 points. That could be really nice. These go away. No coffee cup, so I don't have to pay anything. All right, now I could have waited with the roasting. I should have probably done that, just so now I could have moved both of them to over there. But let's see, I have 5 actions still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. What I could do is I'll dry again first. Put these 2 on the drying, and then I'll roast. Put all of these there. And then I will finish these first with drying. I'll put the 2 brown here and 1 red there as well, because it needs 2 brown and red. And the leftover red will just go to my supply. Then I will dry the yellow, which will both go to my supply. Now we do really need some brown and some green, which are both in a precarious position because this one isn't matched to the chain. I do have 1 green there. I have 1 action left. What shall I do? I think I'm just going to do 1 production of 1 brown. Well, if I'm gonna do 1 brown, I could just as well just produce all of this, do the whole shebang, you know? And we'll see how it goes. I might place something over this red one potentially here, and that's fine, then it will go away. We won't mind. All right, what do we have? No roaster. We do have another drying thing, which I could potentially put there. But I also like this 6 little cafe that does need a lot of green. But if I put it here, I can, it's like a second production then. Can I put it anywhere else? I could put it here, obviously. Maybe like so I can still put like a drying next to there. Ooh, decisions. Decisions. I could also place that there, and it gives me a restaurant as well. Should I do that? Maybe I should do that actually. But then this one does have a coffee cup on it, which is better. Gives me more actions. Okay. No, let's do this one. I like that one. These will go away. They will be lost to the supply. No coffee cup, so I don't have to pay. All right, let's see if this was a good decision or not. I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have 5 actions still. Let's dry some beans, shall we? Should I produce first a bit more? I do need more brown. I could do like produce 1 brown first and produce 1 green, and then go to the drying. Dry brown, I'll dry green, and I'll dry a yellow, and then I'll roast. I'll do brown and the yellow, and then I'll roast again, but I'll put it there. Now everything is at the dryer, or at the roaster, so the next turn I can just start with getting everything to where it needs to be. All right, I'm happy with that. I think that was good. Okay, I think only 2 turns left, possibly, which isn't a lot. So no extra dryer, which is a little sad. What should I do? Okay, I don't need another dryer. Sorry, I want another roaster to put here. But it has not been blessed upon me. So we will do a different thing, which is fine. I will grab maybe this one. Put it here, get another cafe going for some points. Maybe I should do a 5-pointer. I don't know. I think we're going to do 3 points. It seems more realistic to me to get a 3-point thing going. I do have to pay 1. I'll pay a red because I do have a lot of red going on there. Okay, 6 actions I have now. Let's start with finishing off all these roasted beans. I'll first do these 2 for 1 action. So 1 yellow is going to go there. 2 brown, I'm going to put them like that. Then I'll finish roasting these, which I'll put 1 green here and 1 in my supply. Now let's produce some more beans. And I'm going to do it 1 more time just because I really need some more brown. So let's dry. I'll do the red and I'll do, I don't know, yellow maybe. Just because it's 2 of them instead of 1 green. And let's put some to the roaster. So I'm going to put brown to the roaster and red. Yep. All right, final round, final 3 cards. What do we have? Finally, a coffee roaster that it's not gonna even matter anymore. I'm not gonna even be able to place it in a way that will be beneficial. I could place it like that, which will give me 1 less coffee cup. Ooh, should I do that for production's sake? Have 5 actions? Is that gonna benefit? It does have a 6-pointer, but I'm not even sure if I could finish that in the round. If I put the both of the red there instead of there, which would this one would probably be lost. Let's just do it. Let's be crazy. Okay, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna put it there. That's a crazy move, I think, possibly. But we're gonna try it. You know, it's so late in the game now that this would have been great earlier on. Alright, so 5 actions. Let's use the first one just to get these there as well. And then final action to do all of these in one go. I'll put 2 red there, 1 yellow, 1 go to supply, 1 brown, put that one to the supply. So remember, the lowest bean that I have in my supply, like the fewest one, will give me 2 points each, and the second one, the second lowest amount, will give me 1 point each. Now, so far, and I've given up all my red bean production, so there's no red bean production, so it will remain 1, which is fine, I suppose. And then I could crank up this a bit more. Maybe, do I have enough actions even to do that? I have 3 actions left. So it would be 1 action short, because it needs 1, 2, 3, and then a 4th. So this was probably a bad move. It does give me the 6-pointer though, which isn't too bad, but I could finish that, producing that green one. that I have on the board. So let's just do that. I'll dry it and I'll roast it, and then I will put it in the supply, which gives me 0 points. Amazing. Wow. All right, let's count points, as this isn't the best game that I've done ever, but we'll count points and see. There's like a score sheet in the rule book that tells you how great of a coffee roaster you are. I'm not sure if you can see it, like, yeah. It's not gonna be good, let me tell you. All right, so this one I did not succeed on, but the other ones I've all completed. That's pretty good. So we have 5 points plus 6, which is 11, 13 points, 15 points, 18 points plus 2, which is 20, and then 21. So let's see, 21 points. Average. I'm an average girl, an average gamer girly. Well, I've never claimed to be anything else than just an average gamer girly. So that's, you know, just confirmed that that is what I am and will forever be. Which, you know what? That's absolutely fine with me. I had a fun time playing this. It was amazing. And maybe one day I'll improve and get a bit of a better score in Café. And if not, then that's also absolutely fine. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this. If you think this is a game you would like, I highly recommend. It's quite a small box game. I'm not sure for how much it retails, but it can't be that much, and it's just lovely and absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much for watching, and maybe I'll see you next time. Bye!